I'm going to pretend I know what the intro is. That's going to be the bit.
The bit.
Yes, the bit. So, originally, for people who didn't watch the audio test, which no one did, we were going to have an episode today. And we still are, in fact, going to have an episode today. But it is only... It's not going to be up to par, though I wanted it to be, considering we can't set up both microphones right now due to some technical errors of stupidity. But we're shut up. But we're gonna do this anyway. We're gonna figure this whole thing out. So I guess this is now officially episode 1.
Hello, everybody.
Here, you take this. You're gonna hold on to this.
All right.
Yay! It's episode 1. Woo!
Yay!
Oh,
Okay.
man.
So let's introduce ourselves.
No, we're not gonna introduce ourselves yet because, like the Produce Podcast, over time our seeds of success will grow and cultivate into a garden of plants and fruits and
Hello, everybody. My name's Mongo, and this is.
I'm Pear.
And this is the first episode of the Produce Podcast.
I suppose it is.
I suppose.
So, who are you, Mango?
I'm Mongo. I just said that.
But what makes you a mango though? Why are you called Mango?
Because I'm uncreative, and I don't even like mangos.
You don't. Well, okay. Well, already this has gone off to a terrible start. How can you not like mangoes, but you're called fucking Mango? Wait. Don't worry about that. This podcast is very organized.
Because it sounds cute. It sounds like a very cute persona of somebody. Even though I'm not cute, I just think it sounds cute.
It sounds like one of those deformed fruits they find at grocery stores, so they have to throw them away before they put them on the shelves.
Do you even know what a mango is?
Do you?
Yes, and it tastes horrible.
I like mangoes. I like mangoes if they're like mixed with something else. Like if you blend them in like a fruit punch or something like that, they always... I guess that's artificial flavoring, but like generally with other fruit, like blueberries. I hate blueberries, so I'm just eating normal blueberries.
Yeah.
This podcast isn't about food, by the way. This is just how I feel like it's appropriate to start.
Okay. I just punched the mic because I have some deep issues.
Until we get like a proper setup, like a table and stuff, this is how it's going to be. So this is going to be a very ghetto podcast for anyone listening.
Yeah. We were supposed to record today after we got a YMM splitter, but we ordered the wrong one, so we're just going to have to deal with it until then. So yeah.
I hate this moment of silence. We should like cut out bits like this where it's just pure silence. And I'm not going to cut out this bit where I'm explaining that we're going to cut the last bit because I think it's
ambiguous how much silence was left in there. We could have just been sitting here for like 10 minutes just staring at ourselves, or we could have had no silence, but no one will ever know.
So you guys will never know if there was like 10 minutes of silence right now or if like it was like 2 seconds, but I decided to cut it and explain it to you anyway. So this is very organized. Anyway, I guess I should give the rundown of how this show is going to work. So especially because this is the intro or supposed intro.
Yeah.
So the reason we are giving each other fruit names is for a reason you will only find out in exactly 2 years and since it's the 26th, 15 days. So if you're still subscribed on November 26th of 2022, then you'll find out why we're called this. And I'm not going to explain why we are, but some basic information of how this is going to work. Every single person who comes upon the show, whether it be a friend of ours or my other co-host here, Mango, or myself, and including any person, I guess, if we get people that we can interview in the future, they will go by a fruit name, except for the guests, which we won't even get into until we actually have a guest here for the first time, or like an actual person.
Yeah.
But every main host is given a fruit name, and if they say the real person's name, they will have to take a shot of apple cider vinegar, which if you've had it before, it's not very pleasant. It's not great.
Yeah.
So if I say, for instance, blank person sitting next to me's name, I'm going to have to take a shot, and I'm going to hate it. And if she says my name, then I will, or she will be fucked, and it's not going to be great.
Yeah.
Also, now I can say fucked because we're over 30 seconds. Thanks,
Yeah.
YouTube.
Okay. But crap, what was I going to say? This specific words. The specific batch of apple cider vinegar is not great. And I usually like the taste of apple cider vinegar because I am kind of weird and I like the taste of vinegar. But this one is just awful and horrid. And it's going to be a lot of fun because everybody's going to be in pain and suffering. So, yeah.
The only one that I'm going to say that we're allowed to actually address by name is Haji the dog, who is a secret character. So, if you ever hear him bark, it's a really special stream.
Yeah.
Because he is a special dog.
Because it's not like he's going to bark constantly.
It's true. He won't. He's a good boy.
Yeah, okay.
What? You don't think he's a good boy?
He is a good boy, but he barks.
Every dog barks.
Yeah, but he barks too. He also barks.
You fucking bark.
Woof.
This has gone terribly already.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into our first topic yet because I feel like we should, since we don't have many topics planned for this first episode, we should space this out as long as we really can and talk about some stuff. I guess I will talk about myself a little bit and then you can talk about yourself.
Okay.
So, I'm Pear. Also, if we get our own names wrong, I'm going to say we also have to take a shot for ourselves.
Sure.
So, but yeah, I'm Pear, and I am 20 years old, and this is not my main job, obviously. And we decided to make this for no particular reason, but, well, actually we did, but we're not gonna say why. I like video games, and I really like anime. So if you hear a lot of anime talk in these podcasts, then it's going to be really fun to listen to. That's my only source of interest. Is pretty much anime and manga.
Yeah.
So, well, fuck you too. Okay, I think it's a personality trait.
You can make anything a personality trait. Like liking Starbucks way too much. Anyways, I'm Mongo. I'm 19 years old, and
I like to lift weights and wear sunscreen.
we're not.
SPF 100.
I hope it's in stock. I'm not gonna say it.
Why not?
Because I don't do that. I'm a respectable Christian.
Then you're not a blonde boy doing a blonde.
I'm not a
too.
blonde boy. I am blonde. I'm not nor blonde nor a boy. That took me a second.
Well, you could identify as a boy if you wanted to.
I can identify as whatever I want.
In the first episode, we talk about like gender equality and
Wow, we're really breaking the glass ceiling. Am I right?
I know. See,
I don't even know what that means.
You don't know what breaking the glass ceiling means?
I know what it refers to, but I don't know like the actual meaning behind it. It's like when you hear a word so much that you can kind of understand like what is being said, but you don't know the actual definition. If that makes any sense. Please do not crush the set dog.
I will not crush the set dog, but he is sitting in my chair, so it is very hard to get comfortable.
He can sit where he wants.
I know he can sit where he wants. He is the best boy.
Yeah, okay. So where did I leave off? I'm 19 and I literally have no personality traits whatsoever. Thank you.
I can see now why I'm the main host and you're the secondary host.
Maybe it's because you bought all the equipment.
Well, that's not that important. Like, who needs equipment? Okay, in this modern, I forgot what fucking, what is a director who said this, but like, literally anyone can become a filmmaker now with just a phone. And I think the same can be said for any sort of media nowadays. Like, you want to write a book? Just go fucking write up a book on fucking Google Drive or Documents or something like that. It's like, oh man, you want to make a movie? You got a phone that can record up to like 3 to 5 hours of fucking film. It may not look very good or professional, but you can do whatever the fuck you want now.
Yeah.
So.
This world's amazing. You can do anything.
You're being positive for once.
What?
Man, you're not a rotten mango today.
Wow. Okay.
I guess relative to them, they wouldn't know that you're normally rotten and sour. You're a sour mango.
I'm not rotten and sour. I just hate everything. I'm just kidding. I'm positive. I'm very positive.
I can tell you're very nervous about recording this first episode. You're just pausing between stuff and you're not relaxed.
I don't know what to think about. We've both had kind of a shit day. Think bad. But I've been really excited to record today, even though we've had some setbacks. I just can't think very well. I can't talk or whatnot. Brain stupid.
I think I'm actually really not happy that I'm happy we're making this, but I'm not happy that we have to do it with this shitty quality of having to pass this one mic back and forth, as well as I'm not in a very comfortable enough position, I guess. Like, this chair I like, but it's not top tier. There's this like wooden bar right here that always bugs the shit out of me.
Yeah. I mean, maybe if this takes off, we can get you a nicer chair.
We can get an actual couch and we can have our own little studio.
Yeah.
Because I'm recording from my mother's basement. That's not true, but I'm gonna say it is anyway.
Mother's basement.
I like. Hey, remember in? Oh no, I guess we can't spoil that because episode 0. We talk about a lot of stuff in episode 0. Episode 0 is the only thing we're gonna talk about this whole stream. But anyway, I guess some more introduction stuff. In future episodes, we'll just have friends of ours, and they will all have their own fruit names. So we got plum, we got apple, we got banana. Who else? Who am I forgetting? Do we have a strawberry?
Oh, no, but that's a good one.
Fuck, who are all the fruits that we're forgetting?
There were strawberry, apple, banana, plum. Did we get a kiwi? There was avocado, I know.
We debated about a kiwi, definitely.
Yeah. And I think that was pretty much it. Besides us two?
We would have to look in the group chat to see who all the fruits are and everything like that. I don't remember all of them enough to properly recite each one by heart. But I'm actually kind of surprised there's not a strawberry.
Yeah, why did we not think of that at the time? That's pretty weird.
It's like one of the very common fruits that people would start with.
Did not think of at all.
There's no blueberry either, even though I don't like blueberry.
I mean, I feel like berries, berries get pretty repetitive after a while. Strawberry, blueberry, raspberry, boysenberry, elderberry, blackberry. Just after a while, it's just like you keep saying berries, and it's like, oh, we get it. You're a berry.
What kind of fucking thought process? You think berries are repetitive because they have berries in the name?
Yeah. It's like if you said apple fruit, fucking banana fruit, pear fruit. What?
You could apply that to anything, and I feel like it wouldn't really work. Like, let's say you have a Coca-Cola. Well, there's Diet Coke, there's Coke Zero, there's Coca-Cola Cherry, there's, like, strawberry Coke. Like, there's every type of Coke, and it's just as repetitive if you put a name to it.
That's different. But anyways, I think the one that we were missing was tomato.
Oh, yes, tomato. Yeah, tomato's a special case if he ever comes on the show.
I doubt.
Did we have a peach? Did we have a peach?
No.
We need a peach.
We talked about a peach, but there's no peach.
Dad was going to be a pineapple because he's a very prickly boy.
Why are you handing the mic to me? I have nothing to say to that.
You don't think my father's a prickly boy?
I mean, he's something, all right.
What about my mom? What do you think of her?
She's nice.
See, now you have to be really nice about everything because she might be listening.
Yeah. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
What about my dad? Or my brother?
Oh. He's just about as special as you are.
That hurts my feelings.
It was supposed to. Fuck you. I hate you. This is awkward. Why? Say something. Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself.
Are you fucking serious?
I
Are you fucking... You're gonna fucking do that shit again?
I couldn't think of anything else.
I'm gonna... I was planning to cut out a lot of the parts where we're not talking. I'm gonna leave that all in. Because that's the reaction everyone's gonna have, is complete silence. Jeffrey Epstein did not kill himself. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
Yeah. I mean, you don't got any better ideas. Say something.
Say something?
Yeah.
I got some things to say to you.
Yeah, say it. Say it. Quit making it... Quit letting there be silence. If I say something,
I'm not letting there be silence. You're the one who's not saying anything.
I am saying anything. I am saying... This is an awful idea. Maybe we should have done this right now.
What do you mean? This is great. I'm just gonna hold up the microphone to your face as long as I can. So you're just gonna have to keep talking and let the stream continue the podcast continue as it should be.
Idiot. Quit putting the mic in my face. I don't have anything to say off of that.
What am I supposed to say?
I don't know. You're the host. You're supposed to be engaging.
You're the host too. You're supposed to be engaging.
I'm not the host. I'm like a guest, I guess. I'm not gonna be here the entire time.
You're gonna be here most of the
Beginning part.
Yeah, but that's still significant enough.
You're significant enough.
Well, fuck you. You fucking mango looking ass.
Is this first episode just gonna be us like yelling at each other and saying that we hate each other, despite the fact that we don't? But by the way, I fucking hate you. Say something.
No, I'm just gonna keep it close to my face. I'm not gonna say anything.
Pear, I'm gonna squeeze the juice out of you.
I will fucking juice you, bitch, right now.
That is what I just said.
No, but I said it better, though.
You said it stupider. Quit leaving silence. This is awful.
What do you mean?
You can't keep doing this.
Do you really think this podcast is actually going to take off? Do you where do you see yourself with this podcast in 10 years?
In 10 years, I don't think it'd be going that long. I don't think there's a podcast that's been going that long.
Oh, there totally has. I refuse to. I don't know any off the top of my head, but I guarantee you there's at least 1 to maybe like 10. 1 to 10, there's at least that have been going on for 10 years. I guarantee that.
I really doubt it, but to get back to the question of where I see myself / do I really think that this is going to take off? Yes, I do, because I want to think positively. If I'm like, oh, I don't think this is going to go anywhere, I don't care, then it's not going to go anywhere. But if I, put my energy and love into it, then, good things will happen. Whether it be people actually listen, people subscribe, people, actually care about the content we're making and support us, or, whatever else YouTube allows people to do, I guess. I can't think right now. But putting myself in that mind frame that, not that we're going to get money, but that we are going to get some sort of success in some way is a good mindset to have when having any sort of creative project. Because if you make something and you don't put your love and your energy and you're this is gonna do good, then it's not gonna do good. Like, if you make any sort of art and you're like, oh, this is shit, I'm not gonna post it, I'm not gonna try to promote it, then it's not gonna reach anybody if you think like that. So in 2 to 5 years, I'd say we at least have 100 subscribers, at least 50 active listeners is my goal, at least.
For my goal for this podcast in the next 5 to 10 years, I guess what I'm hoping for is at least 1 sponsorship, because from all my years of watching YouTube, I just think it'd be really cool to do a sponsorship for something. Like, not even just getting paid. It's like, do this sponsorship for those, what are those Blade wallet things? Whatever, I forgot they're fucking called, but they're really sleek, and they're just like, here's a free wallet. That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Just getting free stuff is always pretty cool. For our listener wise, I don't think we'll have 100 subscribers in 2 years, Because podcasts, I feel like, aren't as successful when you're starting out. Those are things that you have to invest a lot of time into, or you need to already be kind of big to do it.
But we both want to do other projects along with this. So I'd imagine if we do this podcast and something alongside it, then we'll probably have somewhere around 100 subscribers at least.
What do you think alongside this that would like be going on?
I mean, we both want to talk about like anime and do reviews and I can't think right now, but everything else that we just generally wanted to do that we would want to put like separately from a podcast, like streaming or something like that. It can coincide with this and they can kind of promote each other, you know, because like you said, oh, podcasts usually only work if you're big or whatever. So if they can coincide, then that's perfect. I think this is really nice as a starter just to get us into like editing and video production and stuff like that and getting comfortable talking to a mic or comfortable like, you know, just talking in general because we're both not very confident people. So I believe that this will be good in the long run, not only for, you know, our futures, but for our personality and our confidence.
I can actually definitely agree that this will help with editing stuff because that's the problem I've always had making YouTube channels. So Secret, I'm not going to say what the channels are, but I've had two other channels outside of just this one, so 3 channels in total. And each one has progressively done better than the last one, and I really want to get to that point where I can make something I'm really happy with, so I would want to make a 4th channel for being an anime YouTuber. But I need to obviously know how to edit to do something like that, and this will definitely help that out with sound settings, and you know, now I have an actual professional microphone and editing software and all that kind of good stuff that we would need in the future. And confidence-wise, I don't know if it's going to help, but I guess we'll see where it goes in the future.
And if we make any sort of money, whether it be YouTube, donations, whatever, we can keep upgrading our equipment and like making better videos, better content, and you know, just better stuff in general.
I think it's about time we should get to our first topic.
Okay.
Because we're now 22 minutes in.
Oh,
so
yeah. Okay.
So now I feel like we can finally get not like the reading the 3 things yet. Okay, we're going to talk about since this is the first episode, and even though we're called the Produce Podcast, there's no real food theme. I feel like we should have some food kind of question stuff. So it's going to start off pretty basic about food that we like or we don't like that other people hate that we like, or vice versa. Okay. I explained that really poorly, so pretend it made sense. So for instance, a lot of people I know like Cheez-Its. I fucking hate Cheez-Its. I think Cheez-Its are terrible. So that as an example.
You know, this is probably a really good episode to do right before Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's it. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, you're totally right.
I can't think. You're more good with food stuff, so you might want to start out and I'll think about it.
I mean, good with food stuff. I just talked about a snack food. It's not like... What does that mean, good with food stuff in this sense?
I mean, you know more foods than me. Well, actually, now that I think about it, I do have, like, one that... Maybe it's not uncommon, but I'm basically a vegetarian or a vegan or whatever. More so vegetarian. Not because, like, I want to be. It's just I hate most meat, and I hate the texture. I hate the way it tastes. I do not like bacon. I do not like pork steak, especially steak, or like just most meats. The ones that I do like is most chicken, unless it's like wings, because I just don't like the texture, or like hamburger meat, like ground beef, because that's pretty versatile. You can make it into hamburger or like spaghetti, even though I don't really like spaghetti either. What?
Your case is actually, I find, extremely interesting because, like, I definitely believe if you really wanted to be a vegan, you probably could because you don't like a lot of meats. But it's really confusing to me where it's like, I really like hamburgers, but you know what I really hate? I hate meatloaf. And I just don't get that about you. Because meatloaf is essentially just a burger again, because like people put ketchup on top for like the sauce or whatever, and it's just a big hunk of meat. The only difference is there's no like buns and lettuce and all that shit, but you already don't like stuff on your burger outside of only ketchup. Anytime you order a burger, you get only ketchup, and that drives me insane.
Well, the thing is, I'm really picky, and I like things to be a specific flavor. Even if I like lettuce or lechuga or pickles and whatnot, I wouldn't want them on a burger. I would eat them separately. It just the way the burger tastes. I want it to be a specific way. But I don't like meatloaf because usually meatloaf is made differently. Like, it doesn't taste like an actual burger. It's always made that makes it taste not like a burger.
And what does it taste like to you then?
Well, the way my family usually makes it, they put like a shit ton of onions in it. I hate onions. And it's not even like caramelized onions or like onions that are cooked to like bring the flavor out. It's just straight onions. Like, it's not it's cooked, but it's not it's almost to eat, not to like taste.
I can't agree or relate to that at all because I fucking love onions. I'd probably not eat a raw onion, but even so, even if it wasn't cooked, if it was with something, I'd just eat a straight onion. Cooked onions, caramelized, plain, fucking whatever. Just give me a fucking onion on something. Onions go with anything. They're like the mashed potatoes. I guess mashed potatoes aren't fruits. I don't know why I was gonna say that. But like they're the mashed. I guess onions also a vegetable. They're the mashed potatoes of vegetables. It still doesn't work, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah. It's one of those like things that everyone sort of likes that isn't actually good for you. Yeah. Well, I guess onions aren't really bad for you either, but they just go with anything. Yeah. It doesn't matter what you're eating, but an onion can go with it. The same with mashed potatoes or just potatoes in general.
Yeah. I guess since I'm still going, I actually like a lot of vegetables that people don't like besides like Brussels sprouts and spinach. I like broccoli, cauliflower. Like, it seems like most of the vegetables that people don't like, I like. Like, I like olives. I don't know if that's a vegetable.
I fucking hate olives. Olives are the worst.
But most of my food options are usually really simple. They don't require a lot just because I like to have my meals taste a certain way. I'm very picky. Like, my burritos, I love burritos. I usually just do cheese, beans, and olives, and that's it. Burgers, cheese, and ketchup.
Yeah, that's another way. Your food taste is like the most weird and confusing thing ever. Or it's like, oh man, I could go for a burrito right now. Let's have burritos. Okay, I just want bean and cheese in it, nothing else. Put my chicken or whatever on the side. Don't put it in the burrito. Put like the beef or the chicken or whatever the main meat is, and just put it on the side, and I'll just like pick at it once in a while. It just drives me fucking crazy.
Like I said, I'm very picky about like how my meal tastes. Like, I can eat the meat or whatever on the side because it won't affect the actual taste of the meal, but I don't want it in the burrito. What was the other thing I was gonna say? I also don't. I like just cheese and olive pizza as well. I'm very. I don't like texture. It is one of my.
I don't like things.
Shut up. Like, my biggest thing that makes me picky about my foods is texture. I do not like chewy, like meat, like the fat or whatever, or when it's like a vegetable or something. Like, what is it? What's the one vegetable I really hate? The crunchy one. Celery. Celery is fucking awful, and I hate it.
I don't know anyone who genuinely likes celery. Celery's the fucking worst.
It's like eating a banana, but with no taste, and it's all banana strings.
Oh, dude, that drives me crazy.
Yeah. Like, oh, man. Celery. I've almost like choked and died from eating celery before when I was a small child because I didn't think about the fucking celery strings. Like, someone gave that to me with like peanut butter, and I'm like, I'm just gonna eat it. I almost died.
Yeah, I don't get people who do like celery when they're all like, oh man, celery with some peanut butter and like raisins on that shit. It doesn't make it any fucking better. If you have to add like something as strong as peanut butter to a vegetable or whatever you're eating to say, oh, it makes it better, you're doing it to dilute the flavor. You're not doing it to make it taste better. I refuse to believe peanut butter is better with it.
When you eat celery with peanut butter, all you're tasting is the peanut butter, and you're avoiding the celery taste. You don't eat celery and peanut butter. You eat a little bit of celery trying to avoid it, and then you mostly eat the peanut butter.
It's like those people who are, it's like, oh man, mom said I have to have some vegetables with my dinner, so I'm just going to take my mashed potatoes and mix it in the peas so I don't taste the peas. I just want the mashed potatoes.
Yeah. What was the other thing I was going to say? There's something I like that a lot of people don't like. Raisins.
I like raisins.
No, not raisins, but oatmeal raisin cookies. I usually enjoy that a lot more than chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, I can't agree with you there. I like oatmeal raisin cookies, but I would never pick
But the thing is, most of the time, like, cookies usually are more, like, too sweet. Like, chocolate chip cookies are usually too sweet. They can be good sometimes, and I do enjoy them. It's not like I don't enjoy them. I just would usually prefer oatmeal raisin over chocolate chip.
Well, does that apply to all cookies, like white macadamia nut and stuff like that, where it's like it's not a really strong, thick flavor like chocolate, because that's mainly the problem?
No, I don't think I've actually had that. I don't.
Ever had a white macadamia nut cookie?
No.
Like the ones they serve at Subway and all that shit that everyone goes crazy for?
No. The thing is with me, I come from a hick family, basically. We're pretty much hicks. And they don't like to really try anything new. They just like eating the same thing. So they just gave me the same thing. And I'm like, okay, cool. I will eat the same thing until I die.
So a lot of the stuff that I've shown you when you've been here is like just like, what is this? And just big confusion for you.
Yeah, pretty much. I have like some of the stuff that you have, but it's either really new or because there's two classes of things that I like when it comes to food. There's stuff that I really like that I could eat forever, and then there's stuff that's edible to me that I could eat to fill me up, but I couldn't eat. It tastes good, but I just can't eat a lot of it.
You're not eating for pleasure, you're eating because you have to eat.
Like, it tastes good in small quantities, but after a little bit, it's like it starts getting hard to actually like make myself put food into my mouth.
That's what chocolate is, though. It's like it's good if you have a little bit of it. That's why I like all my chocolate cold too, because I feel like because if you have melted chocolate in your mouth, it's just so fucking heavy and rough.
Yeah.
But if it's like ice cold, it's like, okay, well, it goes down smooth because it melts when it's already halfway down your fucking body.
That's why I hate all those like specialty like chocolate like shops that like. What's that one account? Food, whatever. They show all these weird, like, here's chocolate. Yeah, here's all this chocolate with chocolate and chocolate and chocolate.
Well, it's the same with people with cheese, right? Because in, like, Food Insider, they showed, oh, man, you really like cheeseburgers, right? And you like cheese on your cheeseburgers. So what if we deep fried the cheese and made it into this fucking brick in a bun? And like you saw that, and they take a bite out of it, and it just fucking melts everywhere and burns people's fucking mouth open.
Yeah.
And people were getting 3rd-degree burns because if they had take a bite out of this melted cheese deep fried sandwich, it's just fucking flaming hot cheese in your mouth. And if people cut right down the middle, it gets all over your bun and everything, so it just soaks your bun in just wet, gooey cheese, and it's disgusting to deal with.
Yeah. People who like a certain food too much are probably the worst. Like, when they make shit like that, where it's like, we're gonna make this chocolate thing, or this cheese thing.
That image I showed you of, like, the chocolate cake with the ice cream in it and the Oreos drizzled in chocolate and all that bullshit, and there was, like, ice cream sticks sticking out of it.
Yeah, and like, sweet stuff where it's like, here's the sweet thing and this other sweet thing, like the cotton candy, the, like, there's a limit to how much you should enjoy things. Like, after a while, especially sweet things, it just does not taste good.
I already don't like cotton candy. I don't know why people can like it to begin with.
Yeah. I mean, I like cotton candy, but the way that they make their, like, cotton candy burrito things, I think I would throw up after, like, if I forced myself to eat half of it, I'd probably throw up.
And about what you said about the people liking food too much and something, I can sort of understand the cheese fanatics, because cheese is one of those things that can also kind of go with everything. So, like, you'll see me buy 2 things of feta cheese, and I'll fucking down that shit in a day. I could just eat raw feta cheese and I'd be happy, because feta cheese is the fucking shit. Provolone, feta, just a slice of Gouda or something like that, and I'm fucking happy. But like, it's people who take their obsession and it's like, okay, I want cheese, so I'm gonna fucking deep fry it and put it into a burger. And it's when they take that idea and they just try to reinvent it into something new, and it becomes just monstrous. Like the crazy chocolate thing, or what was that one fucking thing with the pancakes or whatever? They fucking infused pancakes with like the syrup or whatever, and they fill up a pancake and just inject syrup into it.
Yeah.
And I just think that's disgusting. Like, I've seen shit like that. I'm just, why? You need to stop. You're making it more complicated than it actually realistically needs to be.
Yeah. I'm trying to find an image, because talking about too much of something reminded me of, like, people who put either ketchup on everything, but there's a specific image where this, like, lady, and there's, like, 3 bowls of ketchup sitting in front of her, nothing else, and she's just eating ketchup.
Like
straight ketchup. It's almost like
I fucking go ham on ranch.
Yeah, but you wouldn't eat it straight. You would not eat it straight. 3 bowls of
not like large amounts, but if I had like a small, like maybe fucking I don't know, like a fourth of a cup of ranch, I could probably just drink it and I'd be fine.
That's disgusting.
It is disgusting. I'm a terrible, awful, disgusting person.
I'm not gonna say what we call it, but when we got instead of my burger, the McChicken with
the McCum.
I said we were gonna say.
Why weren't you gonna say it? We've already cussed on here. Nobody fucking cares.
I know, but I don't know. But
you trying to play favorites with mom?
No, leave me alone. But the McChicken. I ordered a burger and I got a McChicken, and it was like 80% like mayonnaise and 20% actual McChicken.
Yeah, it was just flat like that. I've actually seen the image of the McCum that Nathan sent to the group chat, and it looked just like that, where it's the chicken is just flat. It's so fucking flat that it looks like somebody stepped on it, and there's just mayonnaise oozing out of the side, and the fucking wrapper is just covered in the fucking shit.
It's like that one scene of Undercover Brother, where the lady's feeding Undercover Brother just straight mayonnaise, and the noise that it makes. That's so disgusting. It's like our one friend, I forgot what we gave his name, I think it was Avocado, who said he would eat just straight cream cheese, which I like cream cheese, but I can never eat it just by itself. That's disgusting.
It was the same with sour cream that he said too. That he would eat just like if there was only a little bit of sour cream left in his container, he said he would just eat it straight out with like a spoon, and I'm just like, you are fucking insane. I already don't like sour cream very much, and the idea that you could just scoop it and just delicious, it just fucking blows my mind.
Yeah. I can't think of anything else off that same topic.
I can think of some stuff.
Okay.
So when it comes to people who take food like ridiculously seriously and try to reinvent things, you get shit like this, but obviously the viewers can't see this, where it's like, okay, we have a corn dog, right? And people like corn dogs, just a deep fried fucking hot dog, whatever. And then we're going to deep fry it and just cover it in fucking chicken and then deep fry it again. And you're just like, what are you doing? Why did that need to become a thing? Why are you doing this? And I just don't understand. Or it's like this one is less bad to me. Another one, obviously, you guys can't see. But it's these fries that are just made of apples. They dice them up and everything like that, and they put cinnamon and stuff on them, and you dip them in, like, whipped cream, and they deep fry them and all that. Like, that's less bad because I can see the thought process, but it's still just why? What urged you to do something like that?
I forgot what I was going to talk about since you took the microphone, but I guess you should keep talking since I completely forgot what I was going to talk about.
I mean, that's pretty much the end of my food tangent.
I think it had something to do with mayonnaise or something like that, but I don't remember
We can talk about one food thing that we can talk about one food thing that I still think is pretty weird. I know this isn't exactly new news anymore, but Game Theory making a food theory channel.
Yeah.
So, of all the things he could have picked, I think food theory might have been the strangest choice. Because why? Book theory was definitely my top pick, probably. But I don't think anyone sat down and thought, "Oh man, I really want to know the lore of food."
I don't think anybody expected it either.
I don't know. It's just there's not much of a conversation there out of that, but it's still just really fucking weird to me. Yeah. Like it started. What did he start with? The Kool-Aid theory. It was the theory if the Kool-Aid man is just the drink or the glass.
Yeah.
And I told you that he's just the glass, and you didn't agree with me.
I still don't. I don't agree. It's both of them.
But in that one commercial, it does prove that he's just the glass because he's empty, and then he fills himself up with Kool-Aid after the fact.
He gave himself a blood transplant.
Well, that's a blood transplant. That still means that he is not physically the blood. It means that he was the glass and the blood was transfused into him.
We're not gonna get into this.
Yes, we are. This is now a food podcast. All we do is talk about food.
I'm still trying to think about that food thing that I was thinking of before, like.
Well, think about this. This is much more important. Is in the comments below, if anyone's watching, is the Kool-Aid man the glass, the drink, or is he both the glass and the drink? Because there's one commercial. I think it's he comes out of the shower. And he has to like pour water and stuff in himself and put the Kool-Aid mix in him and stir it up. But before that, he's just a big glass guy walking around.
I still think that his juice is his essence and is therefore a part of him. I feel like if he was empty for a long period of time, he would die.
If he was empty he was just in the shower, just chilling out beforehand, so obviously he was fine. It's not like he was, like, lying on his fucking deathbed in the hospital like, put some Kool-Aid in me. I'm gonna fucking die.
I really don't want to talk about this. We've had this conversation so many times.
But we've never had it on the podcast.
It's a stupid conversation. I hate it.
It's not.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I almost said your name.
I think you already did.
I didn't say it.
I'm pretty sure you did.
I don't think I did.
I think you did. I don't
think I did. I don't remember ever saying your name.
I'm pretty sure you did.
I almost just said it, but I didn't.
You said like at least the first 3 letters, but I'm pretty sure.
I'll take a shot.
Okay.
I'll say I fucked it up.
Okay.
So I guess so. You'll
42 minutes, just about.
42 minutes was the first ever failure for the podcast. So I guess this is kind of a monumental moment, which means you're gonna have to talk for a little bit while I sit here and drink this in fucking agony.
So.
I'm sorry, Mango. I'm sorry, Mango, for getting your name wrong.
Okay. So who remembers this shitty little like science experiment where you put baking soda and like vinegar in a volcano and it does the cool shoo thing?
Oh, it's burned.
So I guess since it's still food related, baking soda and vinegar are really good cleaning agents if you didn't know that. Like, if you have mold on your carpet, which we did because of the pumpkins, which I have cleaned up, baking soda and vinegar will get that out. And also, can you not drop things?
I'm sorry.
Also, if you have a clogged sink or something of the sorts, baking soda and vinegar will help unclog it if you don't have anything else. And vinegar is also a very good cleaning agent on its own that can clean just about anything, like if you don't want to bleach things, vinegar is a good like cleaning agent.
Have you seen that one like life hack videos of
We should talk about life hack videos.
Yeah, I guess this will start that tangent. That one life hack video of Coca-Cola can clean anything. Like he takes it and he doesn't he put it on his window to like clean the window, and he just like fucking just dumps it on there and just uses a towel and shit to clean it up. It's like, the fuck are you doing? And it's like, oh, to get rid of bugs showing up, or like that if you like leave food or something out, clean up the spot with Coca-Cola, even though it's something sweet that would attract bugs.
Yeah, it has sugar in it, which they like. But oh man, 5 minute hacks or like any sort of life hack videos are so great. Did you see the food like shit a while back where it's like, oh, food does this to make it look like this, so be careful.
No, I've not seen that.
There's one, I can't think of all of them, but the most controversial one that is obviously not true is that they put plastic beads in rice so that like so it costs less money to fill up the bags, but rice is cheaper than plastic beads would be. And I'm sure people, because in the visual you clearly see it turning clear. So I'm pretty sure people would know if their rice was turning clear in like if it got heated up. There was another thing where they I can't think of all the ones, but it was stupid. It was so bad. Like, oh man, I can't think of the one. There's metal in baby food or something like that.
Metal in baby food?
Like, I don't remember exactly what the claim was, but they put a magnet over it and, it pulled a bunch of metal. But, like, it was mashed potatoes or something. So it, like, I'm pretty sure it wasn't even, they put that in, obviously, but it was just such a scam. Let me actually look up the video and you can think of more, like, life hacks.
I'll just talk about things for a little bit.
Okay.
Life hacks are pretty stupid in general. There's a few that I've definitely seen where I'm like, whatever. But I remember that one. It's not specifically a life hack, but you take a paper clip if you're at school and you lose your earrings, and you put a string and wrap it around the paper clip and fold it up in a bunch of places, and then you put it through the piercing on your ear, so then you have new earrings if you don't have them on hand. And I thought it was fucking retarded because who's going to take the time to do all that?
You probably shouldn't say retarded.
I mean, I'm not too worried about it. Nobody's going to listen to this at this point in time.
I don't know. I feel like that could come back and bite us at some point.
Everything anyone says on the internet is always going to come back to bite them. It's going to suck either way, but I'm just going with how I'm just upset. I think it's pretty stupid. Sorry for saying retarded, I guess. Or I guess sorry for saying the R word. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'll try not to say the hard, bad words from now on. But anyway, I thought it was very stupid that anyone who's at school would take the time to glue together something and wrap a bunch of string around it that they would somehow find and all this, and then put the paperclip through their already pierced ear because, oh man, I forgot it at home one day.
Yeah.
The idea that someone would do that and just feels that privileged that they would need something like that is really, really stupid.
Yeah. So look at this thumbnail alone and tell me what you think.
What is happening in is that honey?
That's cheese.
That's cheese. Oh, is this that whole thing where people thought the cheese was plastic or something?
Even though processed versus, not processed cheese will burn differently because of its properties. Oh, yeah, they put glue in meat, I guess. Oh, it's sped up. Let me unspeed it up.
Good job.
Good
job. I almost called you Pear. Mango.
Yeah, we're switching roles today.
No, on the first episode, we're switching roles.
So, oh man, cheese, even though, processed natural, here's the rice one where it turns clear, which I think most people would see their rice turning clear if that was the thing. Oh yeah, the baby food where there's metal in there or something, even though that's just stupid.
We have to link this video in the description.
Yeah.
This looks ridiculous.
Also, vitamins, they have different properties, obviously, so some of them are gonna burn and some of them aren't. Glue, there's actually meat glue to, that it's edible, but it's I'm pretty sure to put like large pieces of meat together.
Link me this video so I can put it in the description later.
Okay. And then this stupid one.
Ice cream, lemon. What? Washing powder?
I'm sure people would taste washing powder in their ice cream if that was true. There's another one, but I can't find it at the moment.
That a lot of that seems kind of like bullshit.
It is.
That seems pretty dumb.
Life hacks is, like 5-minute crafts and life hacks are extremely dangerous. Like, they show you stuff that's like, oh, do this, but it's extremely dangerous. Like, there's one where you put like dripping melted caramel onto a hand mixer as it's going, so that it makes like a really weird decoration. But somebody tested it out in a safe environment, and the melted hot burning caramel flung all the way across the room, probably into the person who would be using that. You know, melted caramel on your bare skin is exactly what you should be doing when you're cooking.
Very, very smart life hacks. They know their way around the block. They've been doing it for years.
Like, I just wonder how many, like, either naive people or kids who have watched this and they're like, they don't see the logic behind it. Oh.
What?
I'll talk about that later.
What's going on with this? I'm talking... What? Oh.
We're going to have to download a brand new app. So basically, I just got a notification from Google Hangouts, which all of us use, that Hangouts will not be able to make calls anymore. Nobody cares, but this is for explaining things, unless you want to cut this out later. But we're going to have to download a new app to make calls. So that's cool. Anyways, what were we talking about? That completely... Oh, yeah. Naive people and, like, small children who don't see the logic behind why this is a bad idea, who have probably hurt themselves. And I've heard people who make fake videos, either as a joke or, like, whatever. They've actually ended up killing, like, small children, young teenagers, because they don't see the logic behind, hey, this is not really a smart idea. This doesn't work in theory at all. And have, like, gotten killed and seriously injured because of stupid life hacks that are just trying to make a quick buck.
I don't know. I guess I feel like life hacks and all that stuff started out as something kind of innocent, where it's like, okay, man, you didn't bring you somehow forgot your shoelaces magically. Well, here's 3 easy steps to solve that problem. And then it just got more and more out of hand because they want to turn everything into a speed run.
Yeah.
It's like, man, you forgot to flush the toilet? Well, if you just plunge the toilet 26 times and then do a spin, you can instantly teleport to the classroom to speed run. They just wanted to glitch out the game that is life in a really stupid way.
That either is longer, more complicated, or even more dangerous than just doing stuff in real life. Like, in future episodes, even though many of people have done this, like, many a times, if we actually do, like, videos of ourselves, I want to do reacting to, like, fake life hacks and, like, trying to do them ourselves. If they're not dangerous, of course. Like, obviously, let's not put ourselves in harm's way, but proving to people that these are bullshit. There's a lady that I watch that disproves food ones because she's a cook. And it's so funny because she has a degree in food science. And they're like, okay, put yogurt and flour together and that'll make bread. And she's like, so you know why this doesn't work? Is because there's no way to actually rise the bread. It's yogurt and flour. There's nothing. It's not going to work, you know? So I love watching those videos where they're making these shitty life hacks and it just doesn't work because it's not supposed to.
Okay, well, I think that is enough about life hacks. I'll put that in. And also, I guess this is kind of too late to mention right now since we're about an hour into the podcast. But if you want to skip ahead to certain things that we talk about or skip back, I guess, I'll put time codes in the description. So if you want to skip around the place and you don't want to start from the very beginning, also, if this gets popular enough, I'll make a highlights channel that'll just have clips of the certain bits that we're talking about in segments and all that. But anyway, I feel like it's time to get into our next topic, which is the game One's Gotta Go. Yay! Oh, look at that. Oh, man. Our first game on the first podcast on the Produce Cast.
I actually did 4 just as a backup.
Oh, okay.
Which I could either use all of them or just...
We should probably explain what One's Gotta Go is first.
Oh, yeah.
So if you don't know what One's Gotta Go is, it basically you will be given 3 or more of pretty much anything, and you have to say which one that you would want to be gone forever. Like, let's say an example, radio, television, or the movie theater or something, I guess, like that. And out of those 3 things, you have to pick one thing that you wish would not be there if you had to choose. So I would say radio, because who listens to radio nowadays?
Radio kill the radio star. Wait.
You messed that up.
I mean, he could have killed himself. Anyways.
You left a lot of silence in there. I'm going to keep it in there.
Yeah, I did that on purpose. So, should I start?
Sure.
Since
we'll go back and forth.
Since it's usually like a food thing, I'm gonna start with my food stuff.
Okay.
So I tried to personalize these to you.
Yeah. Also, by the way, we each.
Don't worry about that.
Sorry about that. We each made each other at the very minimum 3. One's Gotta Go topics. So this is actually for the other person, and neither of us have heard what each other's are. So this is for she's giving one to me, and I'm giving one to her. Sorry.
So, the first one for you is your salad, burger, your Reuben, or your chicken sandwich.
Are you talking about from the specific restaurant? I guess I should take the microphone. Are you talking about from very specific places that I actually get it from? Like my salad, like from Twisted Fresh, and my Reuben. Just I guess I don't really have a specific place for Reubens. Yeah. So what was it all again? Your
salad, your burger, your Reuben, and your chicken sandwich.
Oh, that's actually kind of tough. I love my Twisted Fresh salad, so I'm definitely gonna keep that one. My chicken sandwich is like a tradition for every Friday. At least it was before I went on my diet. Mm-hmm. So I feel like I can't do that. I don't think I have a specific type of burger, so I think that's got to be my pick. I don't feel like there's one specific type of burger I traditionally order that's not just like a plain cheeseburger. And I love Reubens, so I would never be able to get rid of that.
Yeah. Okay. So, well, it's your turn.
Why does he keep trying to fucking call me?
Do you want to pause this?
Sure. Here. Sorry, guys. We're going to take a quick break. Sorry about this. And now a word from our sponsors.
Shut up.
Sorry about that, anyone who was listening up to this point. I know this first episode has been pretty unprofessional, but I'm not too surprised by that. But we are back. I guess that was actually probably a good point for a break anyway, considering we've been doing this for an hour now. Okay. Each podcast on average, by the way, I'd like to have about an hour, 30 minutes long. At the very minimum, at least an hour. 2 hours if we are on long tangents, but no longer than 2 hours.
Well, it is your turn on the One Gotta Go game.
Oh, yes, it is. I actually totally forgot we were doing that. Let me open up on my phone what we got for you. So your first one is also food related, but mine is a lot more broad. So your 3 are Asian food, Mexican food, or American food. One's got to go.
Asian. You're
not gonna explain why or anything?
I like most Mexican food. I like burritos, tacos, what's the other one? Tamales, all that other stuff. What was the other one?
American.
American. And I have a pretty American taste. I mean, I eat Taco Bell, so like a lot of the stuff that I eat is pretty Americanized anyways. So even if I'm like, oh, I like Mexican food, it's Americanized most of the time, unless I go to an actual Mexican restaurant. Also, I don't like a lot of Asian food. There's specific stuff that I like, but not as much as everything else.
Yeah, I made mine pretty easy for you specifically because I was thinking this would also help them to get to know us better because I also do not like Asian food very much.
Yeah. Okay.
So mine's more easy.
Okay. So my turn. So this one isn't food related. I guess it's games.
Okay.
So Persona 4, Chrono Trigger, or the Nonary games.
The Nunnery games as a whole, like all three of them.
Yeah.
And does Persona? Actually,
Persona 4.
I guess you should give me that. Yeah, so it's only Persona 4.
Yeah.
Nonner game, Persona 4, or Chrono Trigger. All three of those games I like very much, so this is actually quite difficult for me. So is this going by the logic that I never get to play them again and I've already played them, or I've never played them before, erase that from my memory entirely?
I guess never play them again.
Then I guess then I would choose Chrono Trigger, even though it's my favorite, because I feel like I've seen most everything of it outside of like endings that I've tried to unspoil myself, not spoil myself for. Mm-hmm. So I'd just look up on YouTube the endings, okay. But I've played enough of it that I've seen, like, there's no area I feel like I haven't seen before or anything like that. So I've experienced, I feel like, everything there is to experience in that game. Although I guess same with Persona 4, but I love the music in that game a lot more than Chrono Trigger. Yeah. And Nonary game is like a new passion, a new love for me from only recently discovering it. So I wouldn't want to get rid of that because I haven't seen everything of that yet. So.
Okay. Well, it's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn. I'm doing really bad now that we have to, since we took that little break. I'm not used to this anymore. So my next one is also not food related, just like yours. Mine are video games, art stuff in general, or TV shows and movies together.
Like watching together, me and
you? No. Like TV shows and movies is like one thing. It's not two separate things. Like, it's not TV space movies.
Yeah,
okay. Sorry.
So, games, art stuff, and movies and shows. Probably movies and shows. I feel like I could probably go the rest of my life not watching a new movie or an old movie or anything like that, or a new show or whatever.
That's not actually what I thought you were gonna. I really thought you were actually gonna pick art stuff, even though I know it's like it's basically your job, because like I've seen you rewatch The Office about 1 billion times, as well as movies like Beetlejuice and stuff like that.
Yeah, but the thing is, am I actually watching them?
I think so, yeah.
I feel like I can more so watch YouTube videos for the rest of my life the same way I watch, like, movies and shows, you know, because I rewatch shit, like, a bunch of times, like, Christmas is coming up, Christmas movie time. Anyways, like, even though, you know, most of the time I find myself watching YouTube videos over movies. Like, I have to put myself in a mood to watch, like, a show or a movie. But I guess, like, what causes me most pain would be art stuff. But I don't want to give that up just because, like, I feel like I could do something good with that, and I make money off of it, so.
Does your answer change at all if I, with the movies and all that, if I include, like, movie theaters and the experience of that, as well as, like, drive-in movie theaters at all?
No.
You think even if I included movie theaters and all that, you'd still be fine with, like, getting rid of that?
Yeah. I don't go to movie theaters that often. I feel like I do like going to the movies, but I feel like out of everything, I could probably give it up. And okay. I've only been to a drive-in movie theater once, and the overall experience is, like, I liked being there, but it kind of sucked.
Oh, I thought you liked it.
I did like it, but, like, everybody else hated it. Everybody else complained, and like the audio quality was whatever. I ate chicken off the gravel floor, ground, whatever.
And that's because you dropped it. That was entirely your fault.
No, I know it's my fault, but like everybody was complaining, nobody cared, and you know.
So you would never want to go to a drive-in movie theater again?
In real life, yes, but as this question, I could give it up. Like since I have been to one, I feel like I would never have to do it ever again, but I would totally do it, just like one or two other friends, but not like we did last time because everybody complained. Everybody didn't seem like they enjoyed it at all.
Well, that kind of makes me a little bit sad because I actually had fun that day.
No, I did have fun. It's just that like I had fun, but it like objectively sucked. Like no, you didn't even like the movie.
Well, I mean, it's because right now, due to COVID and all that, they're re-showing movies everyone's already seen a billion times. Even though I've never seen Goonies, it's just like I don't exactly. It wasn't my first choice to see, so.
Oh yeah, because you wanted to see Dirty Dancing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's another movie though that's been in theaters and been out for basically 100 years and might as well be a classic for people at this point. It's not like a new movie, like a new Avengers movie came out. It's like, hey, let's go to the drive-in and barbecue. Because they didn't even allow us to barbecue. That's like one of the best things about going to a drive-in is like, you know, have your whole setup there. Everyone's outside. It's nice fresh air. If you get sick of the movie, you just run around and play football. Who fucking cares? Oh, let's go outside and play football, Mark. And just do like the whole shebang. And it's always great. And we used to do birthday parties out there. So, but you can't do any of that shit because fucking COVID.
Yeah. I just... Like, I had fun. I enjoyed it, but I don't think anybody else shares my opinion. I don't think anybody else liked that at all. Also, off topic, but why did when I took a drink, when I took a drink, I think that's proper grammar, why did it taste like fry sauce? Like, I just I know it didn't actually taste like it, but like in my brain, like I tasted fry sauce.
Didn't you say this is your actual first experience trying fry sauce?
From what I can remember, because people used to mix ranch and ketchup together and call it fry sauce, like in the school lunchroom. So I don't think I've actually had actual fried sauce from what that is.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think?
I think, because I like ketchup since it's really like mild and it goes with mostly everything. I really like the punch or whatever it has to it, but I couldn't eat it with everything. So I'd give it about a 7 or 8.
Well, what's the condiment tier list? I guess we alluded to that before we get into the next one's got to go. What do you... So let's say like mustard, ketchup, ranch, hot sauce, shit like that.
Okay. So I'm going from top to bottom because I feel like I could probably do that.
So best to worst? Okay.
Yeah. So ketchup for me because I'll eat that with almost everything. Well, I know. It's my tier list.
I know. Fuck you, though. Ketchup.
Fuck you.
Ketchup's like...
Yeah.
And like mayonnaise.
Ranch. And then... I guess mustard and then fry sauce. Because mustard... You know, it has a little bit more mildness to it that it can go with more things. But fry sauce is very specific. Like, it has a very specific taste and a very specific, like, mood to it. Whereas mustard has a little bit more range. If that makes any...
I actually kind of get what you're saying. I feel like I always have to be kind of in, like, a relaxed, chill, hanging out mood to fry sauce.
And then... So, I guess mayonnaise, because I can have that with certain...
Barbecue sauce, forget about that one.
No, yeah, I know. Mayonnaise, since I can have that with certain things, but the McCum was just way too much. That was awful. Too much mayonnaise is a sin. I've never had...
And relish.
I've never had relish.
I've never had relish either. I've heard not great things about
Okay.
it.
So what's left? Barbecue
Tartar
sauce and...
hot sauce, barbecue sauce.
I guess, no. Hot sauce goes below, fry sauce just because that's even less diversity. Like, I feel like I never actually use hot sauce. I like spicy stuff, but I never actually use hot sauce.
I feel like I only use hot sauce on, like, if I'm having Taco Bell or something like that, and they're like, hey, you You want some mild sauce? Sure. Because I guess it's Taco Bell though, so it's so fucking plain. But yeah, I guess I can kind of agree with that.
And then below that, there's tartar sauce and what's left? Barbecue sauce.
Yeah, barbecue.
I don't think I like tartar sauce. I haven't had it in a while, but I'm pretty sure I don't like it. So relish and tartar sauce go into the void.
What about like hollandaise?
I have no idea what that is.
Oh, well, never mind then.
And then barbecue on bottom, because barbecue is trash, and I hate barbecue so much.
You're gonna make a lot of people mad with that.
I fucking hate barbecue sauce.
You're gonna make so many people mad, and I am too, because I fucking hate barbecue sauce too. For anyone who's fucking subscribed who likes barbecue sauce, fuck you, it's the worst. For me, ranch is top tier, because of course it is. I'll put ranch on fucking anything. I guess ketchup is not a close second, but it takes a second or a third place, because sometimes I like mustard more. I know mustard's kind of unpopular, and I don't mean fucking honey mustard. I think honey mustard's actually pretty gross, to be honest. Yeah. I like normal mustard, but only in really small amounts.
I'm just thinking of Pat thinking that there's only 3 condiments.
I would probably say mustard and mayonnaise are both tied for me, for being number 2 or number 3.
Do you count honey as a condiment? 'Cause
Um,
I feel like you specifically have to use it as a condiment to be a condiment. Because I feel like honey could be anything.
I would say it's a condiment, but not in the same category, because it's a sweet thing and it's not like a savory thing being added to savory stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Like ketchup is something savory that you would put on something savory. You don't put like ketchup on like a fucking waffle.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess some people do. They're fucking weird. Yeah. But I would say mustard, mayo, and ketchup are all kind of tied for me. Probably ketchup's a little bit higher than the other two though, but mustard and mayo are definitely at the same level, because both I feel like you have to have a little small amount of it, but they're good enough that I would want them to be there, but just in small amounts. They can't because if you have too much mustard or mayo in something, it just makes it awful. Yeah. Because they're both way too powerful. Yeah. Below that, I guess hot sauce, because I don't use it very often, but when I do, I feel like I always enjoy it. Like what's the bottled fucking sriracha? Yeah, sriracha. I like I used to put sriracha on my eggs all the time. I can get behind sriracha. Fucking what else am I forgetting? I think tartar sauce is okay. It never bugged me too much, to be honest. Even though I don't like fish, I think tartar sauce is fine. Horseradish sucks. I forgot about that. That's one of them things. It sucks. It's just hot. It's like, imagine if you had mayonnaise, but it was just spicy.
Ew.
That's what horseradish is.
Well, is blue cheese a condiment?
There's blue cheese dressing, so yes.
Blue cheese is below everything.
I thought you said you thought it was okay.
It's okay in the most weirdest way. Like, I don't think I'd ever put it on anything.
I mean, there's that whole Twitter feed about if you like ranch, you're a child, get blue cheese in here.
Yeah. It tasted like feet. And what's weird about it is it's not that I completely hated it. I hate that I liked it enough. I have such a weird relationship with it from what I tasted. And you said that's not even how it tastes, like, usually.
Yeah, no, that was actually quite watered down by comparison. I've had some blue cheese dressing that's really in your face.
Like, it felt like I was licking the bottom of someone's foot and saying, thank you for letting me lick your foot. Like, I hate that I liked it enough. Like, the fact that I didn't exactly repel from it makes me angry.
Yeah, I think I would rather have barbecue sauce than blue cheese dressing. Blue cheese dressing is probably my lowest. Yeah. I can't really think of what ones are left, but I'll say basically all the good ones I've already kind of named off. Tartar sauce is like in the okay range, where if it's on it, I won't be opposed to it, but I won't ask for tartar sauce on something. Okay. I fucking hate barbecue sauce. Hollandaise is not very good. And yeah, I think blue cheese dressing is probably the worst, especially the little chunks of blue cheese in it, because you don't get that with ranch or anything else. You don't have chunks of the food in your dressing, and I fucking hate that. Yeah. That's just like, imagine if you had a bottle of ketchup and there was just slices of tomato in there. Imagine how fucking disgusting that would be.
I tried making ketchup, and there's no way to make homemade like Heinz ketchup. When you make like homemade ketchup, it's not regular ketchup. It's like a sauce. It's like a marinara sauce. So like it's good for like cheese sticks or something, but it's not good for fries. It's not good for like anything like that.
Imagine you have a like little squirt bottle of mayonnaise and there's just diced up thing of a boiled egg in there.
Ew, that'd be so gross. The texture. Ugh.
But that's what blue cheese is, though.
Yeah.
It's like you have the fucking dressing, but then there's just little bits of fucking blue cheese in there.
What is in ranch?
Like, what's the stuff in ranch?
Yeah.
It's like milk and butter and fucking what's the veggies? I think there's are there chives in there? I don't know. There it's like a bunch of plants and then just basically a shit ton of like butter and ranch and shit, or butter. There's ranch, butter and milk.
I think my favorite ranch that I've had so far, at least over here, is probably the McDonald's ranch. Like,
Are you sick? I can't get behind that for a fucking second.
No,
have I got you Northern Lights yet? Northern Lights has probably the best ranch I've ever had.
No, I haven't. But I've recently, within the past few years, really started to hate Hidden Valley. Yeah, Hidden Valley.
Hidden Valley. Okay. I got some fighting words for Hidden. Okay. Yeah, I also used to love it when I was a little kid, and I recently retried it. It's fucking disgusting. It's like glue.
Yeah.
It's like fucking glue paste.
Yeah. But the reason why I don't like it anymore is, so it's also the same reason why I don't like spaghetti. Have I told you this story?
Probably, but they haven't heard it.
Well, do you remember?
Not enough.
Okay. So, I used to really enjoy spaghetti, but it started, like, fucking with my, stomach, like, within recent years a lot. And I think it's mostly due to the red sauce. Like, I'd even have a meatball and I'd throw up. And so, usually when my family had spaghetti, we had salad, which is why I haven't had salad in a while as well. So, we had spaghetti, like, 2 nights in 1 week. And the second, like, night that we had it, of that week, I could not keep it down. And just, the taste of the spaghetti and the salad just made me repulsed to ever use ranch of Hidden Valley, or eat spaghetti ever again.
I mean, spaghetti in general, do you like pasta? I can't remember. Do you dislike pasta as well?
I love pasta.
I feel like out of a lot of pasta, it's definitely like kind of bottom tier. Because like lasagna is pretty great, Alfredo's pretty great, you know. A fucking panini, I guess panini. No, there's both paninis. There's both panini press and there's actual pasta panini. Yeah. Like those are always pretty good. But like spaghetti is just so fucking mid. Mm-hmm. It's like fucking white bread.
I don't really like white bread, but spaghetti. I really like white sauce. I never liked white sauce until I couldn't have red sauce. I can have pizza, but I cannot have any like sort of pasta or anything with red sauce in it. What was that one pizza that we had that was basically just sauce? Is that deep dish?
Oh, deep dish pizza, yeah. That was frozen. That wasn't like the actual good kind.
I started getting sick off of that, which I usually don't get sick off of like regular pizza, but I'm guessing since it was like at least 50% sauce, it made me a little bad inside.
Deep dish pizzas are both great and just fucking disgusting because it's like you look at it and you're like, this is going to destroy me. And you eat it and you're enjoying the hell of it, but then once it goes down your body, you're like, I feel fucking awful. Yeah. It's so heavy. It's the heaviest kind of pizza you can really get because it's literally, when they say a pizza pie, you're getting a fucking pizza pie. Yeah.
But red sauce is pretty low tier. Well, not really. Red sauce is alright. It's just, it fucks with my stomach. It's probably, I don't know what is wrong with my stomach. Maybe I'm allergic to it or something. With red sauce intolerant. Like, it's not that I'm allergic, it just fucks with my stomach. But man, I cannot have red sauce anymore, which It is kind of sad because I do enjoy red sauce. I love tomatoes, but those also make me sick if I have too many or even a little bit sometimes. But white sauce has become my pasta savior recently because of that.
So, what do you think of those people who order pizza and instead of the red sauce on the pizza for like it being the main sauce, they use barbecue sauce?
Oh my god, don't talk to me. Don't say
Have you
that.
not heard that before?
I see it on like pizza ordering sites, but I ignore that. I pretend like it's not there.
Okay, so when I was like in elementary school in like the
God.
third or fourth grade, there was a neighbor who lived like 2 or 3 houses away from me up here, and I was sort of friends with their son who also went to my school, and he was like an older kid, so he would beat my ass. And I didn't know we were actually like proper friends because I thought he was more of just a guy to hang around, but I guess to him I was like his best friend. Uh, and he wanted me to hang out one day, so I went over to his house, and they're like, and his parents are there, and they're like, hey, we'll order pizza for you guys. And I'm like, oh, great. And the pizza comes in, I'm like, this smells kind of weird, but I didn't really notice what was with it at first. And they're like, oh, you'll like it, just take a bite of it. I tried it, all barbecue sauce in my mouth, just running out of the pizza, and I fucking hated it.
Yeah. I really hate when people are like, just try it, you'll like it. Like, I'm fine with people saying, like, you just try it, like, don't ask, just try it. But
like
don't,
I do.
yeah, but don't tell me that I'm gonna like it, because that just pisses me off. That just makes me automatically not gonna like it.
That's why I say that stuff after you've already eaten it, where I'll be like, oh, I thought you were gonna like this, or I thought you were gonna fucking hate this. I just wanted you to eat the shit.
Yeah. Like, I'm fine with trying most things unless, like, the look of it is absolutely, like, telling me do not eat this, like the chicken gizzard. Like,
Oh yeah, chicken gizzards are fucking gross. I don't know why my family likes those.
but, like, I will try most things at least once, but do not tell me that I will like it beforehand, because that's just gonna piss me off.
I think my brother has kind of the best philosophy when it comes to like cooking shit. I guess since he's a chef, where it's like, I'm gonna give you this thing. It might be any part of the cow or whatever the fuck I'm giving you. It doesn't matter, but I'm not gonna tell you what it is. Just fucking eat it. If you like it, you like it. You might find out it's a fucking cow dick in 2 seconds, but it doesn't matter. If you enjoyed it, you still like it.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just one of those things. Just like fucking eat it. Question it after the fact if you actually hated it or not.
Yeah. Like, I feel like you can give me almost anything to try. I just would prefer for most people not to give me something chewy. Like, if it's something that you know is going to be chewy and that's objectively always chewy, do not give it to me.
Gum?
Well, that's I'm not eating that.
You
The-
can.
Like, I can chew on something for like forever, but having to swallow it after chewing on it just makes me gag. I hate it.
So I think it's time to get back to our game.
Yeah.
Is it your turn or my turn?
I think it's my turn.
Okay.
So I'll wait if I'm doing all 4, I'll wait till the food one to do it. Hachi, you're fine. So this is show related.
Okay.
So one gotta go. Hachi.
That was a special appearance of Dog. If you heard him.
Should we take a break?
No, we're almost at the hour and a half mark, so we'll just keep going. Haji.
Okay.
Should be nice.
So, The Boys, Superstore, 90 Day Fiance, or Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh, that isn't actually too hard for me. Get rid of fucking 90 Day Fiance.
I figured. So.
I love it, but I fucking hate to watch it.
I grabbed it really weird, but I figured that, so that's why I wanted to make it as a separate question without it. Since I figured you'd say 90 Day Fiance, what about the other 3?
If I had to pick out a Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Superstore,
And The Boys.
Okay. Well, this actually isn't. What is he? He is. No, it might be May. Yeah, I also have a cat. Cat might make a special appearance. That's an even more rare appearance.
I mean, they won't hear her.
I mean, she can meow and shit.
Yeah.
Don't patronize May.
I'm not.
Okay. The Boys, Superstore, or Brooklyn Nine-Nine. This actually is also still pretty easy for me, to be honest. The Boys wins.
Yeah.
Like, it would... Obviously, it has to stay.
Okay.
It's the best written out of all three.
Mm-hmm.
No competition. And the one I'd get rid of is Superstore.
Oh, really?
I think the reason why is just because, like, I feel like Brooklyn Nine-Nine just... It stays... It's been on longer. Mm-hmm. So I have more of a soft spot for it than Superstore. It's funnier, and I feel less awkward watching it. There's a lot of episodes of Superstore. I'm sitting there. I'm just like, wow, these people are so fucking dumb, and I'm just sitting there cringing.
Secondhand embarrassment.
Yeah, and it's just awful to watch sometimes. And like I like it enough, but it's just another one of those American Western TV comedies like The Office and shit like that you see all the time that I'm totally fine with getting rid of.
You're supposed to kind of go brain dead at and just be like, huh, funny.
That's why I don't like The Office and Parks and Recreation and all the other fucking dumb bullshit shows that are like that, because it's all the kind of same general vibe, and they always end kind of the same, where it's like, oh, and then the main character, if it's a girl, will get pregnant or get married, and they'll hook up with the guy, and then they'll leave the world together. It happened in Ugly Betty, except she didn't get pregnant. They hook up with the guy, despite them not liking each other forever. Mm-hmm. It happened, from what it sounds like, for Parks and Recreation, as well as The Office, even though I've never finished either of them. It happened in Superstore, and it happened in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It happens in all the shows, and all of them are pretty much the same with different skins on them.
I mean, that's kind of how it always has to go, I feel like. Especially in your, like, anime romance shows, that's just where it always has to go, unless it goes completely off the rails, like a certain show.
I kind of actually have a little bit of a counter to that. So with the anime shows, yeah, it normally goes in that direction, but it never goes to the point of, like, okay, we're pregnant, we have kids a lot of the time. It normally just ends with... and then they got married. And I'd rather almost the blue balls of just, and then they happily ever after, the end. Because normally what you have to sit through for a lot of the Western shows is another 3 to 4 seasons. Will they, won't they? Oh, I think we might break up. I'm not getting along with that person. And then they have a fucking kid 2 days later.
Oh man, I really like this person. Oh man, I'm gonna treat them like complete shit. Oh man, I don't want to get married to you. Haha. Why are you upset at me? Why don't you want to be with me?
And that's my counter to that, is because I feel like I'd rather just the most typical generic, and then they lived happily ever after in anime, as opposed to, well, let's just give us like 2 more seasons of them. Like, it works out for a little bit, and then they're just like, well, fuck you, you don't love me, and then they work it out just to get fucking pregnant. Yeah. It's almost like how they say, oh, this marriage isn't going very well. If we have a baby, it'll fix everything. And I fucking hate that.
Relatable.
Oh, because you're fucking pregnant? No,
sure.
No, okay. Yeah. 100...
That's a great thing to say.
It's a joke. Everyone knows it's a joke.
Everyone.
So it's my turn to give you one. This is my last one because I don't have 4.
Yeah.
So wait, did I already? Oh. My last one is food related. Okay. So get rid of 1: breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
Breakfast.
You get rid of breakfast?
Yeah, because my reasoning is kind of a loophole. Because I usually don't eat breakfast, but most of the time I can eat lunch and dinner, but breakfast for dinner.
Well, okay, I'm not gonna let you do that. So I'm gonna say like breakfast food, lunch food, dinner food. Okay. So like breakfast, nothing eggs, no bacon. Lunch, no like light stuff like a sandwich or like a soup or anything like that. And dinner, nothing heavy like a hamburger, I guess.
Did you just say no soup or sandwiches?
Yeah, I feel like that's like a lunchy food.
You're saying that to me.
Well, I guess you don't like either of those, and I was giving examples generally.
So
like, I feel like lunch is one of those meals. It's heavier than breakfast, but it's not as heavy as dinner.
I feel like you can do, like, anything you can do for lunch, you can do for dinner. So I guess lunch. Since I do like my breakfast sandwiches, I do like my hash browns, but most of the time I don't actually eat breakfast at breakfast.
I do think you can do anything that you can do for lunch also for dinner, but if I'm thinking of what you generally see, if you had to think of them individually by themselves, it's more so you start off with the lightest thing and it just gets heavier and heavier through the day.
Yeah. I feel like you shouldn't have, you shouldn't have as heavy stuff because dinner is usually what fucks people when it comes to gaining weight. Because most people either don't eat for either breakfast or even breakfast and lunch, and then it's all heavy shit is that they eat and then they go to bed.
Well, for me, yeah, I skip breakfast like virtually every fucking day, and I'm a total fat ass. But it's like I'm normally not hungry when I wake up for something like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, which is fine. I feel like you can perfectly skip breakfast as long as you don't overeat for the rest of the day.
But that's what normally people have the problem with. Where it's like for me, I'm at work early in the morning. Oh, fuck! I'm gonna keep that in. I'm at work early in the morning, but I'm not hungry when I wake up. And then I'm at work all through lunch, but I don't want to bring my own lunch, and I don't want to go out to pay for lunch. So I just have a really heavy dinner, and that fills my day.
Yeah. Which is probably, it's not really a good thing to do, but in modern society, what we live through right now, that's just kind of how it is, because food is expensive. Are you okay?
I gotta blow my nose.
Do you want me to get you something?
Sure. I'll fill time, I guess. So my nose is very stuffed full of stuff. Very professional podcast. This is going great. If any of you guys have actually gotten this far, kudos to you. And timestamp this in the description. Like, put the time code of where exactly you are right now. If you actually this far ahead, thank you.
Don't tell them what this is because I feel like it's kind of gross to most people.
Oh, okay. Anyway, you do your thing. I'm gonna blow my nose.
What was I gonna say?
Lunch heavy.
Oh yeah. Because it's really what fucks people when it comes to like gaining weight. It's because you're not supposed to do that. Like, there's two supposedly effective dieting methods to, be healthy when it comes to eating, which is fasting, and you only eat once a day and a certain amount of calories, and you don't break it, which it's usually light and not a shit ton of stuff, because that's what breaks the fasting is eating too much, or eating small meals throughout the day in a healthy amount. Because if you just eat one big meal at the end of the day, then it's bad for your body, basically.
So go ahead and do your fourth and final one.
Oh, yeah. So, the last one on topic is food related, of course.
Okay.
And
it's been a food episode.
Well, yeah. We're not going to talk about food all that much, and then we just basically talk about food. Okay, so McDonald's, Sonic, or Taco Bell?
I both love and hate all three of those things.
Exactly.
It's funny. Each one of those, I feel like, have a condition to them.
Uh-huh.
Like, McDonald's, I can only eat at 2 a.m. If I pretty much have McDonald's at any point in time, if it's not late at night, I'm going to fucking hate it. If I'm eating at Taco Bell, I only get like one or two very specific things and nothing else there I like. Mm-hmm. And same for Sonic. I go there
for the Baja Blast and the what is it? The dragon fruit?
Yeah, oh yeah, those are pretty good. Yeah. The dragon fruit freeze is really good if you guys haven't had that. And Sonic's the same way where it's like I'll get a cherry limeade or a milkshake and anything else there fucking sucks. And sometimes mozzarella sticks. Fuck, if one has to go, I guess I would pick Sonic. Yeah. Because nothing has filled that like really late night crave like McDonald's, so I have to keep it around for that reason only. Yeah. And Taco Bell, I like enough to keep it around for now, but my answer might change if they get rid of like the Crunchwrap Supreme, which is like the only thing left they have that I like.
And they keep taking away stuff that like everybody likes, which is kind of a bad move.
It fucking sucks. My two favorite things beforehand that make me actually want to go to Taco Bell was the smothered burrito and the quesarito, and now both of those are fucking gone. So I'm like, well, I have no reason to come here outside of a Crunchwrap Supreme. Although they did have that new thing that I like that I get now, the Grande wrapper thing, that weird that always gets you the 2 free tacos anytime I get it. Yeah. I love those things. They're great. But other than that, I want my old shit back, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, but the thing is, whenever you come from work, it's almost always Sonic. So that's kind of like a condition, is after work snack or meal.
I mean, that's only because Sonic is like right next to the house and it's on my route here.
Okay, so if you had a choice, what would you pick to eat coming home?
From work?
Yeah.
If it didn't matter about distance, I guess it'd be Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Because I like their dragon fruit freeze a lot, and I like the grande stacker. It's like my favorite thing right now, and that seems like the perfect combo for like a lunch thing where it's light, goes down easy, and it fills you up just fine.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was my last one, so we completed it.
Oh, so I guess we completed the podcast too, because we're at an hour and 34 minutes. So
I guess if we have nothing to talk about.
if you made it this far, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks.
I've been Pear.
I've been Mongo.
Why do you say it like that?
I like it. It reminds me of when people like don't know what manga is, and they're like, "Oh, you
Manga.
those mangos and the animes, the animus."
Yeah, I feel like this podcast will mainly become anime focused in the future, but I feel like this first episode was good to start out for just fruit and food.
I feel like we should do One's Gotta Go a lot more often with different topics, like anime. Like once we get into more anime topics, or shows we're watching, or games we're playing, or stuff like that. Like stuff that we're currently obsessed with. Like let's say if we were obsessed with like Genshin Impact and like some other stuff that was currently like we were both obsessed with or whatever. Like One's Gotta Go, Genshin Impact, some other game, Among Us, Fall Guys. One's Gotta Go. You know.
So I just thought of another idea for this podcast. We've been talking about it that I feel like would be a good way to wrap up each stream every single time.
Yeah.
So, like we said at the very beginning of the stream, anytime we fuck up each other's names and say the wrong name, we have to take a shot of apple cider vinegar.
Okay.
So what if we do, like, we pretty much keep a tally system each podcast episode,
Okay.
and whoever has the high score loses the stream, and the other person has to do the outro while the other person has to drink some more apple cider vinegar. So since I lost, because I messed up your name one time, I will have to drink apple cider vinegar, but you have to do the outro for the episode.
Okay.
So you have to think of some bullshit, keep it long-winded, and say goodbye to everybody.
While you're choking in the background.
While I'm dying, yeah.
Okay.
I've been Pear. This is probably the last time you hear me.
Yeah, okay. Thank you everybody for joining us if you made it this far. Like and subscribe, generic subscribe, bullshit as he's choking in the background. I hope you had a good time and shut the hell up. Nobody cares. Thank you for joining us. I feel like I've already said that.
Patreon.
We don't have a Patreon yet.
Twitter.
What would we even put on a Patreon?
Give us money, please.
Food porn. Like we make food. You know what food porn is, right?
I know.
Okay.
I know.
Okay. But, yeah.
Do you have anything to say goodbye to Mango?
I guess just...
Stay fruity.
Okay.
Punch the
Every time
fruit.
I try to say something, you just talk over me. So, Goodbye, everybody. Have a good night, good evening, good...
Friend.
Shut the fuck up. I'm not even going to give it a proper outro because fuck you.
No, outro!
I tried, but you keep talking over me.
I'll be quiet. I'll be good.
I already said like half of my... Just, you do it.
I lost. I can't do it this time. If you lose next time, I can do it.
What if nobody loses?
I guess then we can both do the outro.
Okay, cool.
But I lost this time, so you gotta do it.
Okay, if you would let me do the outro, then maybe I can think of something.
So you hear that in the future. If there's a tie
Okay,
game,
goodbye!
Wow.
Okay.
I was gonna say if there's a tie game in the podcast and no one gets their name wrong, then we both just do it together and nobody has to die.
What if there's like 4 people and nobody does it? Everybody does it.
Oh, like if everyone lost?
Yeah, no, nobody did anything.
Then we all do it together.
Yeah. Okay.
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 Yeah. Let's say if someone ties too, like if we have like 4 people, and both of them got their names wrong like 2 times in a row or whatever and tied, they both have to take one.
Okay.
Oh fuck! Or they do rock paper scissors. Oh, this is really burning my stomach. Do the outro.
Okay. I keep trying to. Jesus Christ. Good morning, good evening, good night. Have a good one, I guess.
Bye.
Bye.